Through friendship with the bands, not just Recodo, all the bands from Sinaloa ended up here.
Did you become friends with them?
Well, I mean, they became friends with me, actually. They wanted to become famous, so I told them, well, it's not enough to just hang out with me and become famous. I'm already famous. If you want to be famous, you have to do it yourselves. They know about you there.
Hey, so it has lyrics.
Yes, the sun, yes, it does. From then on, the Recodo band started to break up, from that day on. I mean, that was the limit. It just didn't go on anymore. From then on, that band started to break up.
What's up, how's it going, friends? Today we came all the way here to the municipality of Tempetongo, to be more exact, to the Estancia de los Berumen. We came to see a friend who, well, you know, has a... I don't know if it's a full-on nickname, but it turned out to be something really, really nice. Recorded by Banda El Recodo. Good afternoon, sir. How are you?
Very well, sir.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. How are you doing, man?
Well, I say I'm fine. How do I look to you?
Good, good, good. Perfectly fine. What's your name?
My name is Pedro Valdez Valdez, my friend.
Pedro Valdez Valdez.
Sí, señor.
Where was Don Pedro born?
There, in that little shop over there, that's where I was born. When I was born, that house belonged to my father. I was born there in the shop. That's where I was born.
What year was Don Pedro born?
1948, sir.
June
22nd, 1940. Come on, guys. Take out the beer so you can give them one here.
Thank
They're
you.
going to
Let's
think
pretend we are. Did you go to school?
No, I never went to school. The only schooling I had was taking care of cows and being around animals. I never went to school, really.
There wasn't a chance to?
I did
Or
want
there
to.
wasn't a teacher at that time?
Yes, there was, of course, up to third grade. But I was the only kid who could help my dad with his animals. And instead of going to school, I was a cowboy.
How many were there in your family?
There were 11 of us. But at the time I'm telling you about, there were only 3 of us.
Uh-huh.
I was a bit older, like I said.
Were you the first one or was there
No,
someone else? Were you the third one?
I was the third one.
Well then, but after some time passed, did you ever feel like getting at least the most basic schooling?
Yes, no, I did want to go to school, maybe it was. Because I was the okil. Because I saw the other kids who didn't do anything, and I would come back in the afternoon from taking care of the cows, all the way until the afternoon. And the parents, Lopez, who was even Catholic, I would come back from taking care of cows, and then they sent me to clear the fields, even when it was getting dark. I couldn't even eat in peace, because he was very Catholic. I had to come and clear the fields.
I still had to, well, to top off the day. Well, being close to God is a good thing, right? We know perfectly well, not just that you were already, well, worn out from being out all day. And then from there, after you grew up, after you became, well, a man, did you continue in as a rancher, so to speak?
No, it's just that there was a period when we left here in 57. We went to Fresnillo. From Fresnillo, my dad's uncle, the godfather, took us to Guadalajara, to Las Juntas, No, I'm telling you, it's a story. We ended up there. We spent about 2 or 3 years there. We failed because of an epidemic among the cattle, and that was it. There were some 60 head, top quality, the best, and there we failed. I stayed in Guadalajara with just 2 cows and a little bull, that's all. And in the end, well, we completely failed, and we came here, we returned here to the community again.
To start over?
Yes, from here we went to Mexico City. A friend of my dad took us to Mexico City, and there we were night watchmen at a workshop. And there we washed tanker trucks and did odd jobs anyway. Afterwards, we changed workshops and kept doing the same thing. And we started struggling. We got a job at a neck shop, also at a grocery store. We worked there. And then we opened our own place. And that's how we went on. And we went on,
Building ourselves up.
making progress.
Yes. At what age did you get married?
I must have been around 23 or 24 years old.
And here, and that's it. Or over there, in here.
Here is just that from there we came back here to the
Did you
ranch.
come back here
from
again?
Mexico. Yes, I'm
There's
telling
nothing
you.
like your own homeland, right? Anyway.
No, what happened is that my dad is an American citizen, or rather, he was.
Uh-huh.
And then while we were there in the workshop, the boss told him, a German, he told him that because he was an American citizen, because he was in Mexico, he said, am I a deserter? He said, no, Valdez, the deserters have already been pardoned. You can go to the United States now. So he himself wrote a letter to Washington, and from there, 15 days later, the reply came back. And that my dad should show up at the border, and then from there he would go to the border, and we came here to the ranch. That was another time, another story.
From then on, you stayed here and went on with your life.
Yes.
Here.
Yes, I went to the United States. Being an American citizen, I went there illegally for a year, 71. And then I came back again, you know, we stayed here with the animals and the pasture land. That's how we've been getting by. Yes, but by then there were many more of us. We were a bigger family.
Yes, the family was there.
Yes,
Yours too.
yes.
Hey, why is it called Estancia de Berumen here? Here the ranches were supposed to depend on the estates.
No, well, it's not a ranch. This community has a lot of history. It used to be the Estancia de Valdeces a long time ago.
No.
It was time to move to the Estancia de Valdeces. And I think there were more Berumens. So that's why they changed it.
They changed it to...
That's what I think.
But it didn't depend on any estate around here. No, 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 no. Listen, we came here with a purpose. We'd already been eager to meet. Of course, without meaning to offend, the famous Polvorón. That listening to that tune, so to speak, well, they told us that in Jerez, that in a part of Jerez, it exists. Sorry. From Tepetongo, there was such a person. That's how that came about. Tell me, how did that happen?
No, well, there's not much to tell. The thing is, the situation happened through friendship with the bands, not just Recodo. All the bands from Sinaloa ended up here. La Costeña, La Limón, Los Arámuros, and many others, all the bands that came here had the same fame as Recodo for us. And I was the same for them, too.
Did you become friends with them?
Well, actually, they were the ones who became friends with me.
Yes, well, you were the host here, right?
No, it's just that there were stewards at the patron saint festivals, but when they ended up here with me, they were already kind of recommended. Over there, life was kind of tough in Mazatlan, and when they came here, well, it wasn't just for the festival days. We'd prepare plenty to eat, and so we would give them food too, and that's what made me famous with them.
So today, listen, from the communities around here, from the neighboring areas of the municipality of Tepetongo, these were the first ones to receive that kind of music.
No, Juancho Rey and El here.
First it was Juancho Rey.
And the ranchers, and then all of them, Salitillo, Aguichote, Lechuguilla, all of them.
Back then it was all brass band music, right?
Yes, yes. Nothing a cappella or anything like that.
Yes, yes, that's why I say in brass band music there weren't any, let's say, songs like sones and
No, well,
Yeah,
they were starting to sing. Once Recodo came along, they brought in singers who weren't so famous. Later on, they brought in Preciado and well, some others who used to sing. They brought Don Cruz's son, Beto, who was the first singer. He wasn't that good, but they took him anyway. They brought him in to put on the show.
Huh? Did you ever sit in with them?
No, no way. To be an artist, I need some schooling. And I tell you, I didn't even go to school. They wanted me to perform miracles.
But I did dance.
Well, sometimes when I have someone to go with, yes. But when I don't, no.
Oh, wow. Well, anyway, I think that just like you. Yeah. You came alone. There must have also been a dancer around who came alone.
No, no, it's not that she came. It's that there was one here.
Yes, that's why I'm telling you.
We didn't have to bring anyone. There was already someone here. If they didn't like the guy, they just wouldn't dance. That's all, really.
That's right.
If we turn a bit, they'll wash it for you.
Currently, what do you do?
No, it's the same with the cattle. We plant it and we just work on the ranch. From there, from the ranch. Oh, listen.
The intention never ended because you tell me that hello.
Hello?
Because you tell me that twice. Well, hello.
No, low.
In just 2 tries, the little breeding place was gone. You kept the same intention, yes?
No, because when we were in Mexico, we had about 3 little animals, and then we started again. We have a little pasture here. We ended up with a little pasture right at the entrance to the ranch, not just that. But from there, he has paid me in the United States, and we are here, working with the little animals, and hello.
Of the bands that you told me passed through here, through this one, which one did you go back the farthest with? Which band's members were you closest to?
No, with all of them. I mean, there wasn't one to choose, all of them. The ones from Don Ramon Lopez Alvarado from the coast were very nice.
Really?
No, they were, besides their work, very good people. People saw them because they were paid. They thought you could do whatever you wanted with them. No, they were very good people. Besides their work, they charged for their work, but besides that, they were all very good people. And those who are still around are too.
What do they have to do?
Of course.
Here they were given hospitality, they were given, let's say, because they didn't come and go back in one day, right?
No, no, that's why I tell you. That's why the question you asked me a little while ago, that's why we are famous. Because life was kind of tough over there. And here we gave them, among 4 people, we take in 20 musicians, you'd get 5, another person 5, I'd get 5. We split them up among ourselves. And here, from the day they arrive, the day before and the day of the party, and even another day after that.
Still.
For the dance.
To live. Pretty much back then, well, I don't know. Back then, bands were practically offering to play. I think it was easier to deal with them than it is nowadays.
No, if you had money, you would hire them, and if you didn't, you wouldn't hire them.
Yes, that's why I say it. But it wasn't so difficult, like with the dates being all booked and stuff.
No. And there weren't any advance payments either. No. They were hired over the phone and just come over and here. No, there were no advance payments.
None of
there
that.
was nothing.
You send me this and you send me that. No 50% or anything.
Nothing. And your word was enough.
A person's word meant something, right?
Yes, they all kept their word, yes.
Yes, that's why I'm telling you. Both the contractor and the musicians.
Yes.
Yes, it was fulfilled.
No, yes, of course. That's why I tell you, they were good people. Besides, they were solid, you know. Not anymore. Now that's kind of weird, too. They sent another group that's not the same, and no.
Yeah. Things have changed now. I don't know if you've already told me how the Polvorón thing started.
No, well, the situation is basically the same because of the friendship with the musicians, with Don Cruz, with Germán, with the trumpet players, with the whole band. It was because of the friendship, because they wanted to become famous. So I told them, it's not just about hanging out with me and becoming famous. I told them, I'm already famous. If you want to become famous, it's up to you. They'll know you there. So the next time they came here to the church, they already had the recording.
Oh, they already had it?
Polvorón.
But they dedicated it especially to her.
Yes, yes, of course. But what happened is that Mr. Cruz and Germán provided the music and the trumpet players, Popo and Guique. And the other one, I don't remember what his name was. They wrote the lyrics and they sang them to me maybe once or 3 times, but I didn't memorize them. Because, like I said, it's just that when you're not very interested, well, it doesn't stick with you.
Hey, so the song does have lyrics.
Yes, it does. They didn't add lyrics to it.
Because you always just hear the music, let's say.
And that's what I'm telling you, that there are a lot of corridos. You know, all of Zacatecas, everything. Well, all of Mexico has corridos about men, very powerful, very... And here, well, it wasn't done for the power, nor for the person. Nor for the person, if anything, for the friendship of, well, of the bands that used to come here. It was like there was unity. And that's when the Recodo band took advantage of the friendship to make a name for themselves. Because just like they call him Polvorón, they could have called him something else, right?
Well, yes.
If I had been called something else, Bolillo or whatever, we would have called it, they would have called it that. That's why I say, yes.
But I think it was also to encourage you to thank them for what you already said.
Yes, well, actually, it could be that.
How did they treat them here? And you, I imagine. You seem to be a man, you were a man, let's say. Someone with drive, with spirit, that's all. Just by talking to you. When it came to the local festivities, I think you were among the mayordomos you mentioned.
No, the mayordomos, that was something else. The mayordomos were 4, 5, the same ones, but we supported them.
Yes,
That's
why I gave it.
The whole community. You would get 5 musicians, another 5, another 5. I never knew what people gave them to eat, you know? But they'd live really happy. Like they live better here than in Mazatlan. That's why they made us famous. But it's not so much because of the person. It's because
the hospitality that they gave them. Well, that's how it is, friends. Look, in these tiny communities, it is said that they started in Juancho Rey.
Yes, that was the first time there.
The first time El Recodo came. I don't know if you remember what year it was.
No, I'll tell you, that's exactly what slips my mind. If tomorrow I remember that you are here, I'll forget the door. Yes, I have a very bad memory, my friend, but the thing is that since the band composed El Polvorón, that's why I remember they wrote it. Otherwise, I don't remember when or the exact date. Yes.
Because, well, anyway, right now, nowadays too, well, it's rare now that Banda El Recodo performs. Now everything has changed. At that time, a contract to come here to this community was just for a dance, right? Just one dance. About how much was a contract back then?
No, well, the first time they came for 16,000 pesos. Let's say 16 million.
Yes, it was millions back then.
And then after that, well, things started going up. Money was worth less, so the contracts were worth more.
The contracts?
No, well, that's natural. No, everything went up and everything keeps going up. And right now you can't bring them anymore because everything is so expensive, the bands. And here we also use bands. Our little bands are good too, but not Banda El Recodo anymore.
What is being celebrated here and what's being celebrated today?
Our Lady of Refuge on June 4th.
On July 4th. It's here too. Yes, here. Is she the patron saint of the community?
Yes, sir, yes.
And well, yes, you all, to a certain extent, you make sacrifices in to throw her the little party.
Well, I think that from there, all of Mexico makes sacrifices. Everyone, all the communities, the towns, everyone. And now it's even worse. Everything is so expensive. And all the fireworks, the floral arrangements cost 80,000 pesos. Right now, it's not that easy. To be Catholic now, many have stopped. Because to be Catholic, you need this kind of money.
You need a place where people are united, right? Where there's togetherness, where there's still, let's say, devotion. And people do care, like, well, here you go, here's this, here's that. Because, like you said, it's fireworks and floral arrangements and everything.
No, well, it's just that the Catholics have disappeared because of the fair. So if they don't go anymore, well, we just stop counting them as Catholic, right? Let's go.
Yeah, it's just that money isn't easy to come by.
No.
And everything is so expensive. Hey, you were telling me a little while ago that right behind us here is... Well, that's what's inside the church courtyard. The courtyard, right? Something happened there once when Banda El Recodo was here. Some of the trumpet players were kind of arguing there.
No.
Well, hello, how are you doing?
No, Chala, no. No, it's just that it wasn't that much. It's just that from then on, Banda El Recodo started to break up from that day. I mean, that was the limit. It just wasn't the same anymore. From there, that band started to break up. And I told German, look, German, start your own band separately because that's it, man. Mrs. Chuchi, I told him, she's already taking your business. If there are no contracts and no advance payment, that's it, you can't come anymore. And you know that you and Mr. Cruz won't play here again if you want an advance payment. And if you want to come like that, fine. And if not, then not. Yes, they kept coming without an advance payment.
Just on their word.
Yes, but well...
But they already knew them.
Of course,
they were
why.
Decent people. Serious people
normal.
Who kept their word.
No, yes, I mean, really, besides work and hiring, there was a lot of friendship. There was a lot of friendship, like... In that, come on, do you know them? Yes, come on. He would talk to me, I would talk to him, people would come and say to me, hey, about the band. I said, no, we'll fix it right now. Hey, Germán, there's a gig here at Salas. Do you know them? Yes. One in Jerez, who is it? Nothing, no. Licenciado Roberto Durán, Don Lucas, yes.
Do you know him?
Yes, come on. We never had problems because of money, right?
Oh, yes, about the advance. About the security, you know, of the contract. And well, it wasn't even a contract. It was just a verbal agreement.
If not,
right
and
now,
besides them, we ourselves started building their reputation in terms of price, of that they got a lot of contracts because of us. Let's say that once it started coming, he went to Herrero or to Frenillo or to Paraíso. Or who else?
Yes, he became known here.
Yes, but the main one was Juancho Rey. I'm telling you,
Juancho was the first place where...
When it was there that I first knew the band as a string band. I only knew it from the records, that's all. Yes.
How did you get the courage there in Juancho Rey when you say you met the band? To approach them, to talk, to introduce yourself to them?
No, well, just like with you guys. It's just that you guys, like I told Germán and Mr. Cruz, you guys are going to do business with me. You're going to become famous. Don't help me anymore. I'm already famous. If you want to become famous, if you're going to make money, I told him, that's your problem if you want, but I'm already famous. Don't help me anymore, just like that. Don't help me anymore, I'm famous.
No, well, actually, look, I'll say it again. Well, as for me, we're often around there, whether it's charreadas, colideros, or jaripeos. And he's already very famous. And el polvorón this and el polvorón that. All right, and then, well, a lot of people don't realize that it was through a person that tune came about, and well, I honestly I appreciate the fact that you have given us your time to talk with you, to get to know you. Is well, it's a joy to meet you because uh, other people maybe they're going to see us and they're gonna say, now we know because where does El Polvorón come from? From here, from Estancia de Berumen, in the municipality of Tepetongo.
But they're still missing the best part.
Let's see, tell me.
Why did they call me El Polvorón and how? How? But then that'll be for another time. Once we make a little more money, well, that's another story. I mean, I have a lot of stories. Not even Cantinflas or any of that, they have stories, but I have more stories. Let's see, right? That thing about El Polvorón, that's it. That's what I told Don Cruz and Lizárraga and Germán. The ones who make themselves famous are you guys. I don't need you to make me famous. It's you, yourselves.
Me? I'm already at the top.
You guys are going to become famous because you interviewed me, but I'm already famous. The ones who are going to become famous, like you just said.
Yes.
In Colladero and in that, but I've already had what they're going to say. That's the Polvorón. They're gonna tell you, I bet. Oh no.
Let me tell you, what happens is that, first of all, we don't know. Like if they made a corrido for a woman, if they made one for her, we already know that woman is there, that she exists. But here is just a song, El Polvorón, that nobody knows. Maybe the people from here do know. Well, I'll say it again. It was dedicated. For you, they said, we're going to bring you something, and then the next time they came, they said, here you go.
Yes, no, well, of course, that's what I told him. They already see, they left. Grateful, since they had been coming for years. They left grateful, they couldn't help but compose El Polvorón for the whole ranch, which treated them well.
Yeah.
They were grateful to all the communities, so we were all united. How much did they charge you? Well, they would talk, they'd come and they'd say, we're going to give you this much. And if it's just one relationship between all the communities, we knew how much they charge Huichote, how much they charge Salitri. And that's where we came together. So I want to tell you that all these communities are very, very united, very much so. They interacted a lot with the bands, not just with the ones from Recodo, with all of them, no? And what's more, I explained to you that over there they came for 12, and here for 16. So here they were robbing us, and then besides, maybe the people from Juancho Rey were harder workers than us, and they took more risks with the Recodo band. So maybe some of them said, well, let's go, it's not competition. But we said, well, if they were charged 12, we'll also pay 12. But no, it turned out that the band saw that in Juancho Rey there was money. They thought that here at the Estancia, it was the same too. And more sacrifice here. Poorer.
Yes, that's why I'm telling you.
Fewer people. Fewer
people. But anyway, they took the risk. They said, let's go.
Yes.
No, let me tell you. They used to charge an admission to get into dance. And
yes,
how much did they charge per couple?
It was like, let's say, I can say, they charge 50 pesos, 100. If I tell you what was in that covered pavilion, we had it from 10 in the morning until 5 in the afternoon, and without resting. The Banda El Recodo was there.
During the day?
The day. On the 5th day, it started at 10 in the morning, and there were 95 cases of beer, 90 and 95 that we paid for. And there, no, rest, have lunch and everything, but we kept them there until 5 in the afternoon.
Oh, do you still keep in touch with these people?
Yes, with Germán, yes, but no, not us. We lost touch with Banda del Recodo in Jerez. And when it changed its route, no, well, someone else was in charge. Well, at home too, my wife is in charge of me. But then Don Cruz was the one in charge of the Grove. Woman,
yes.
I said, no, he already has one. Yeah, that's already happened, not anymore. Well, for me, I don't know about you. If you let it happen, it's your fault.
Yes, things have changed a lot, I would say.
Yes, of course, not just that. I joke about it, but it's true. They send me to, well, sometimes they send me, yesterday they sent me to a rodeo. The sacrifices one goes through.
No, yo soy you see. No. That's not easy.
Right? It's not for just anyone,
it has
is
to
it?
be done.
Hey, no.
Huh?
No,
No, and what did they tell you? Don't come early.
Don't come until No, it's because I came late at night.
And how did it go?
No, well, thank God it went well. I suffered a lot, but because I didn't want to go.
The main thing is not to let the joy die out.
Yeah, I know, but it's a thing. If you're cheerful, you're cheerful. And if not, well, you know how the saying goes? If you're born to be a tamale, the corn husks fall from the sky.
And Jeje?
Well, not to mention the horns, right?
No.
Yes, no, yes.
No, and yes, because, well, we only live once. And we have to enjoy it in a really good way, but
No,
we have
claro.
to enjoy it. Showing respect and giving everyone their due.
A toda la gente, y sea como sea.
Yes, from any background.
Sí, claro.
Listen, let me tell you something.
They should tell us.
Let's take
instead.
advantage of it. So that through this, send a greeting to the members, to those you remember from the Banda El Recodo, because I can almost guarantee they're going to watch us.
No, well, yes, they're going to watch
And
us.
other bands, to whoever you want.
Yes, the one who's in trouble is you. Because I told you I have a bad memory. That if it's tomorrow, well, I might not even remember that I was with you. No, of all all of us, we went to. Everything, how could I not remember that some, let's say among the good trombone players, there was Chilolo, there was Felipito, there was a blonde guy, the trombones, the trumpet players, those were the three who wrote the lyrics for me. Don Cruz, Germán, well, there were the clarinets too, and Don Cruz was there too, and that's it. I don't really remember all their names. And if I did remember, I already forgot, honestly.
And what I want to emphasize now that I remember is that I know that many people from the scene, from the rodeo, the steer tailing, all of it, the charreada, they know that tune El Polvorón. But what catches my attention the most is that here the boss tells me that they wrote lyrics for it. Maybe it wasn't published. He says he doesn't remember. That hopefully, and someone knew the lyrics. I'm not saying they should sing it, just to say, no, I did know the lyrics to it.
Yes, well, there's one thing, you guys are wrong, the situation you told me about a little while ago, that maybe the guys from the Recodo band are going to see me on your show. But from there, I already explained to you that if the Recodo band is going to see me, I don't want the whole band to see me. Just Quique, El Popo, the ones who wrote the lyrics, if they're still alive. That they...
Well, yes, through a message.
Let them send them.
Just a comment.
Let them send it to her, and if they're going to go themselves. They themselves, well, they have an artist, a band.
That they can
record already with any band, can play it. Not with Recodo's band, with whichever one. Here with the bands from Jerez, here with whichever one.
Yes, because no.
Just give him the lyrics, and that's all it takes, just that. Quique is still alive. I think El Popo is still alive too. So if you interview them, just like you interviewed me, tell them that they should sing it. They sang it to me here like 3 times. But I'm more clueless than you guys, that's why I didn't learn it. No,
Thank
if
you
it's
for
about
giving us
history,
this,
it comes,
right, history?
It doesn't breathe. And if you come one day and another,
Agarramos nuevas historias.
every day we have a story.
He said, thank you so much. Thank you
Very
very
well,
much. I ask
thank
God to
you,
keep blessing
all over
you.
there.
May He continue to give you health. May God bless you.
Well, thanks to you all, and here we are. And we just have to keep moving forward and help people to make progress. We are going to go, like I'm telling you, with the bands. So give them a hand.
Let's see, we've already seen some.
In other states that come out.
Let's see, and don't forget, friends, I'll say it again. That son, El Polvorón. Here he is, the real owner, because they did that for him, and they gave it to him as a gift. This is at the Berumen Ranch in the municipality of Tepetongo. Until next time.